Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you on Tuesday at 2. So I was going to show you one of my, I was going to stamp a card from my hostess club, but I have a sweet little group of very young stampers coming tomorrow, and I'm designing cards especially for them. And so I combined wanting to show you a card with the picture this dies and a special card for my little stampers. So I dare say that they are probably more experienced in stamping than I was when I started. So even though they are young in age, stamping can be done by anybody at any age. It's unbelievably how young you can start stamping, and stamping with children is so different because they're so creative. Like, they don't have to have everything exactly the same, and they don't want to put everything exactly the same. And so it's just like, let them go. To explore that creativity without any being in a box of any kind, right, is so much fun to watch. So I'm really excited. Hi, Cindy. I'm really excited to have this group come. So I did a card. I'm trying to make them all kind of bright and cheery and sort of fun. And this card is a little bit busy. In the old days when I would stamp with my upline Sarah, she would say it was just one of those, let's see, she had a clown card. There's no clowns on it, but she would say, that's a clown card, it's a little busy. So this would be, Sarah, what I would call a clown card, but it's really a fun card. And so I'm hoping that they'll like it. So with all that said, it uses the picture this dies, the circle ones. So last time I showed you, hey, Judy, here's a preview. The last time I showed you the picture this dies that had the rectangles on them with the Sailing Home stamp set. This time I'm using the Hey Birthday Chick because I love those chicks. And the picture this dies with the round dies. So we're doing it a little bit different. I'm going to turn the camera around, and then I'll show you all the ingredients, and then we'll start stamping. So pretty excited about this. I'm going to turn the camera around. There we go. Get the right button. So we're going to go for a little ride here. Bear with me for a moment. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There. Ta-da, ta-da. All right. Here we go. So this is one of the cards that I'm doing special. So we're using the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set and the picture this dies. So I keep looking at these. They remind me of like brass knuckles. So I'm using the circle dies today. I used the other one. So the picture this dies, you get these two. They're on page 164 if you want to look them up in the annual catalog. They are $34. Well worth it. Lots of fun. And then this is the Hey Birthday Chick. It is on page 65 of the annual catalog. $21, and it does have dies if you want to purchase the dies. It does have dies. They are $27. They're on page 162. So with these dies, you can cut out all these little individual chickens, right? And so I think on Friday what I'll do is I'll do the same card, but I'm going to do different colors, and I'm going to have the chickens cut out to see, just to make things a little bit different. But for today's card, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. What we're going to do today. So this is a fun, cheery, bright, busy card. But, right, it's just lots of fun. So here we go. Ta-da. Love the colors. Granny Apple Green is just a fun color. Paired up with pumpkin pie and real red. So this is what we're going to make today. Now, the thing with these dies is, like you could say, well, I could just use circles. Well, these circles all have stitching on them. And there's stitching on the base of the card where it's cut out too. So you're wasting nothing. I'm using all of this is the part that got cut out of this layer, and I just flipped it over and used it. So let's get started. Again, we're doing some random stamping, which you know is one of my favorite things. I love to random stamp. That means there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. That's random stamping. I'm good by not playing by any rules. So I'm using Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, no, Mango Melody, I lied. But I'm using Mango Melody. I thought it was a little bit brighter. and I'm using Granny Apple Green. Now I did use pumpkin pie for my blends. I'm using pumpkin pie, and but I'm stamping with Mango Melody, a little bit brighter. And I'm using the DSP from the Pattern Party. Now this is part of the DSP that is a hostess item that you can get as a hostess item. So back sides are all like black and white prints, different prints, and then the front are just bright and happy and cheery colors. So I was like, okay, that's fun, let's go. So I started out with the Hey Chick, and what I wanted to do was, they have this cute little, I needed to make a background, right? I wanted a background that I was going to random stamp, and they have these cute little confetti pieces. So I started out with these 3 colors, and I'm not going to open them all because I know I'll stamp in the wrong one. So I just random stamped. So all over the place. You're going to go off the grid here because we're going to use, I mean, there's going to be holes cut off in here and all that kind of stuff when we use this. This is what we're going to use our die with. So here's the red. Let me wash off. You got to wipe it off here, clean that off real good before you start on your next color. I'm just using a baby wipe today because it's just faster here. Stamp on here, make sure I have it all off. And then we're going to start with the next color, Granny Apple Green, bright, happy, fun green. Now I went this way on the reds, and I'm going to go opposite with the green. So I'm just going to stamp it here and there all over the place. Random stamping. Love to random stamp. Big fan of it because there's just no right and wrong. You can just add color where you think you need a little color, little design where you need a little something, something, and you're good to go. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna clean it off again, and I'm gonna start with my Mango Melody, which is my really favorite orange. I didn't, yellow, it's kind of yellow orange, right? This Mango Melody. Bright and happy, cheerful. I'm gonna just make sure that's dry. Okay, and now I'm gonna fill it in going opposite here. We're gonna go this way. So, not that it matters because it's so random, you can't pick out a pattern, but that's all I did. In my mind, I feel like, oh, I'm doing a little bit better if I'm just kind of switching things up and switching things around. And I'm trying to go off the grid here because a lot of that is going to show. Okay, there we go. That's enough. A little bit of random stamping there. So I'm going to close these up, because I am not going to use those again. I'm going to use my blends when we color in our little chicks. So this is the background that I want to cut, use the Picture This die with. Clean that off, move it over. Okay, so I'm going to bring my, now I have color on my hands to prove that I'm a stamper. There we go. Let me bring over my cut and emboss machine. Got the big one here. And I'm just going to put this on this Picture This die. Hello, Lynn. All right. And so here are my dies. And I'm just kind of centering it on here. No measuring. No, you're just going to eyeball it. Kind of center it on there. Okay. So this is going to cut out the 6 circles. And I'll have stitching on the base of the area and the stitching around the circles. That's what I love. So it's like double. The rectangles have the same thing. So here we go. Here's my circles. Put those over here. Ta-da, ta-da. All right. Now I get to sit down again. Okay, so I have this. Here are my circles. Here's my die. Put that over to the side. So last time when we used the dies, so I'm going to use these circles up. These circles I'm going to stamp on. So I'm going to turn them over. So I'm using every little bit of my pieces here. So I have this as my base. And my base gets on here. So when we did the rectangles, I put, we used the, like dimensionals, right, all around it. On this one, I decided instead of doing that, I was going to pop up my circles. So this is totally busy here totally busy. I really wanted like a floral background, but this went with the colors, and it's a small print, and I'm going to put these white circles with the little animals on here anyhow, so this is good. This will be just fine. I'll show you. We'll bring it down. We'll bring some of the busyness down a little bit. So I have it all cut out now, and I'm just going to glue this. If my glue comes out, come on, there you go. Thank you. Cooperating. Put a little bit of adhesive on here, my green glue, and I'm just going to glue this to the base here, to the bottom layer, not the base of the card, but the bottom layer. So there we go. Ta-da, ta-da. All right, let's see if I can get this somewhat even here. I had to peel off the sample once because I didn't get it quite straight. So there you go. Sort of disappears in there, right? But it still is busy and happy and kind of colorful. So now I'm going to stamp these little pieces here with my chickens. So I'm using Memento because we're going to color them with our blends. So here is my, I love this one. This is the Big Mama. So I got the Big Mama chicken, biggest circle. She gets the biggest circle. And I'm just, you know, it's not going to have all of her, so just going to get part of her. Ta-da. All right, and then I have a little baby chick in one of these circles, and he'll get completely stamped on here. So here's my little baby with the party hat on. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Ta-da. And then this one is going to be the words that say, "Let's celebrate you." Happen to fit on here perfectly. Let's see here. Ta-da. Now, I usually don't do this in class, but I have these little circles, and I needed to make them stand out a bit more. So I used a retired punch, my 1-inch circle punch. So these are all going to go underneath my 1-inch circle punches. This is about a 3/4 inch piece that punches out. So those are going to go under there. But in the meantime, I'm going to color my little chicks here. Well, let's glue this on. Let's glue this just to get it out of the way so my pieces aren't floating around here. So I took a real red 1-inch circle, pumpkin pie, 1-inch circle. There we go. So we're just using everything. I thought about putting flowers in and, you know, different things, but I thought it'll take away from my chickens. I'm happy with them just as they are. And I just think they're so cute. So there, very simple card, right? Everybody can do this card. Okay, so here's my chickens, and I used the combo of the pumpkin pie. I used a dark real red, a dark Daffodil Delight, and I think this is the light soft seafoam green. Wasn't sure what color to make his little shell, so that's the color that got picked out. So that's what I did. So first of all, I went over my, well, let's go like this. We're gonna do, I colored in the red here on my big girl, the mama chick. There we go. And then her little, with the real red, and then we got some Daffodil Delight on her beak. And then I went with the light pumpkin pie and went all over here really fast with the paintbrush end, so it doesn't take that long to color. There we go. Come on, little chicken. There. I just think I love these chicks, and I hadn't used this in a while. You know, you get to using all the new stuff, and then it's like, oh, go back to that, because it's fun. So there I have her, and then I'm going to take my dark pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to accent on all these little pieces here. Little, so it has a little bit of definition, right, for her feathers. And on her wing, I kind of go underneath a little bit. So all those little marks, I went ahead and did some additional, and then I went along the outside a little bit here, just to give her a little more definition. There's our girl. And then if you want to blend it a little bit more, go over the whole thing again. Now it looks like it's all one color, but believe me, it will, when it dries, you'll have light and dark and you'll have some shading in there. There we go. That's the beauty of the blends. Okay, so there's my big mama chick. I'm gonna put her off to the side. Here's my cute little baby. And this guy, so I didn't know what color to do his shell. So we did it in the light seafoam green. There's kind of a green, I think it's like a pear pizzazz that's on the paper, on the heart paper. But this is what I use for that. So here is my Daffodil Delight, dark. I did his little nose, and he's jumping up in the air. Yay. There we go. He's celebrating. He's ready to celebrate. And let's see here. We're going to use a color there. And then again, I use the light pumpkin pie for a little chick body here. My dog is moaning at the door. I can hear her. I have the door closed so that I don't hear everything going on upstairs. And yeah, Malaya apparently wants to come down and lay under my desk. Sorry, honey. There we go. We're just going to add a little extra color around there to give him design. And then my little party hat here, I'm going to add some of the red. So he's got red in there too. So we're using all the same colors. Okay. Now what I did is I took my dimensionals and I just popped these up. So simple, so fast. This is a really fun, fast card if you're stamping with little people, or if you're stamping with big people that want to get a card done in a hurry. And it's just fun. So I'm using every little bit of my, there isn't not one bit of waste here because we're using all of our cutouts. These guys are going to have dimensionals on them too. So I popped up all the circles. And here we go. Here's my verse. Oh, that poor dog. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm just going to put these guys in place. See, this card is super fast. It's really fast, even though you're doing a cutout. And so this one, I'm just kind of hovering it above so you can still see the stitching. Get my chick in place. And here's my little baby chick. I have him at the bottom here. The dancing little chicken coming out. Here we go. And you could do him as he could go not straight on. He could go like this. Add a little fun. And here's my words. After I had it all done, I thought I need to put, first of all, I need to put some sparkle. So I used a lot of, more than I normally use, rhinestones, because that's fun. Who doesn't love bling? And here we go. And then, now these are going to cover up the stitching on the bottom, but because I put that layer behind it, but that's okay. There we go. And one more. So anyhow, it needed something else. It was like, okay, this is not enough. It needed something else. So I ended up getting this little bow in the real red, and that's what we're going to put on to add a little bit of extra dimension to it. I wasn't sure what color to use or what ribbon to use, but I ended up liking this real red because we have a little bit of red here and there, and I just thought this balances it. So this is from the, and this stayed in the new catalog, but it's from the dog set, the puppies. What is it called? The Pampered Pets. Pampered Pets had this, and that stayed. That with a black and white twine. So there we go. We have the front of the card all done. We're going to put it on our base of Granny Apple Green. Here we go. Maybe if my adhesive comes out. Here we go. Just a little bit. There. Okay. There and there. All right. Ta-da. There. Now, I did add a bunch of rhinestones because I thought that's fun. The kids will love putting on sparkle. Everybody loves to put sparkle on. So I just put a whole bunch of them on. Normally I do like 3, you know, you always kind of have even numbers, but on this one I put a bunch on just because it's fun. it was fun to kind of sparkle everything up, and some of them are on the circles, some of them are on the base here. Oh, come on. I just kind of put them all over the place, just so that when you move that card around, you're going to catch all these little sparkles, and it's more fun. So if they're giving these to their little friends, whatever, it's like, well, that's fun. Look at, we got a sparkly card with all kinds of jewels on it. There we go. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I usually do uneven numbers, so we're going to find a spot to put a number 7 over here. And we're just going to go, we're going to go up here. We're going to put one right here. All around. There we go. All around the town. So that's the front of our card. Now the inside, they also have this cute little chick that's eating a piece of cupcake. That's eating a cupcake, not a piece of a cupcake. So I put that little treat at the bottom here. Our cute little chicken eating. That's the Polish chicken with the crazy hair. I love this one. This is probably my favorite one. There we go. And then we just did a simple happy birthday up here, but then we have to color this guy in too. So here's our happy birthday. Happy birthday. There we go. We'll bring out the blends again. This time I did this guy a little bit different. I took my the dark pumpkin pie, and I did his hair here, his curly, crazy, full head of hair, all the little pieces here. So I did them in pumpkin pie. I like this because when you're doing this, you can see there's an area where it breaks through, so you can see the other color. And then I also did his tail in the pumpkin pie, the dark pumpkin pie. That's what I have here. So then I just kind of colored it like that. I didn't do a straight line, I just sort of left it like that. And then I'm also going to add some little accents here. And I did, this time instead of yellow on his legs, I did the dark pumpkin pie. So he's a little different. This guy's different. It's okay. Let's see here. And I think I did the candle in this too. So I have a little bit of orange all over. And then I took the light pumpkin pie, the paintbrush end here, and we're going to go up that tail and just kind of blend it all around. So Pam, if you're watching, I talked earlier and I said, sorry Pam, I think it's going to be a rerun on what you did last night for Hostess Club. But then I decided, no, I needed to change it up. So I did. Changed it up for you. So hope you're watching. All right, so here's our cupcake. I'm just using our little, there we go. And then I'm just going to put a little touch of yellow on that, on the flame. And then I go with my dark real red, fill in my cupcake base, and then I just put a little bit of that real red on there too. So there's our chick for inside. Happy birthday. And we're going to glue that down. Ta-da, ta-da. So much fun. I'm hoping they'll love these chickens. Chickens are so popular now. My oldest son, they have chickens. But the neighbor was not happy with the chickens because the chickens, of course, like to cross the road. Sounds like a joke, right? My older sister has chicken. She had a single chicken. Her chicken did cross the road, and the neighbor loved it. So the neighbor called the chicken, had his own name for the chicken and everything. And the chicken every day would cross the road and go to the neighbor's house and spend the day with the neighbors. They had no other pets, but they enjoyed the chicken. My son's neighbors, they were not enjoying the chickens. So now the chickens are in a big 10 by 20. They have a big, huge area for them. So here you go. Here's our chickens. These are party chickens. Let's celebrate you. Happy birthday. Woohoo. So cute. So it's the picture this dies and our Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. Lots of fun. Very simple. kind of fast, random stamping, bright colors. I'm hoping that they'll love these tomorrow. So, ta-da, ta-da. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's see here. Turn it around. There we go. And, oops, I got my hand in the way. Sorry. Hello. Back again, back again. All right. So things to remember. We do have, and if you want more information, let me know. We have Hey Birthday Chick card kits, and we have Hey Chick card kits. To do the card kits, you would need to have the stamp set and the dies. But if you have that and you're interested in the card kit, it makes, there's 4 different designs. You get 2 of each for $30. So let me know if you're interested in a card kit. I have some of those in stock here. Also, there's a number of our DSP that's on sale for 15% off. Excuse me, which is some of them that I use all the time. In Good Taste, love that stuff. Pansy Petals, hand-penned, the Christmas paper that's in the 6x6 Christmas paper that's in the catalog, the annual catalog. Let's see, You're a Peach, Sweet Symmetry, which I love, that's one too. Let's see here. I had them all down, but I might be missing some. You can check it out. Stamping Journey, you can go in and go to shopping if you want and check those out. But great deal. So that's it. Tomorrow I'll be opening a monkey cut kit, and I believe I'm going to do the inked expressions, if I can get that out. I have not done that one. I did it once and did not do it again because we were unable to get the paper, but the DSP. So hopefully this month that will be coming back into stock. So I'm going to go ahead and play with that kit tomorrow. So we'll see you for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Actually, I might move that to 3 tomorrow because I'm going to have my little stampers here. So tomorrow I will put the reminder in. I will see you at 3 o'clock. Please join me. I would love that. So y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Whoops. This is a delayed response here when you can't see. And all right. Goodbye.